adventure bikes. In this case, my Honda Africa Twin CRF 1100. Now, it doesn't matter which adventure bike you have. It seems to me when you get one of these, you're forever adding more and more stuff to it, more weight to it, more scaffolding. You know, on this one already, I've got some crash bars and I've got the bark busters, and you know, you've got to have a rack somewhere to put your stuff in order to go adventuring. Now, when it comes to adding more storage space and panniers, again, you end up adding more scaffolding for the racks and your boxes and making the bike bigger and bigger, and I'm not really a fan. Not only that, it's obscenely expensive. So there's another option. So a company called NICECNC have contacted me and they said, Rich, we have a better option. We have some affordable soft luggage that's just as good as adding all of the panniers. It takes as much literage and you can carry as much space at a fraction of the cost, and you don't need to add all of the scaffolding for the panniers. So they've sent me out some. I can give a full and honest review, and I'm going to tell you guys what I think, and we're going to try it out. This is the biggest dry bag I have ever seen. So this is what they've sent me. It is a nice CNC dry pack, exploring with you. There's a nice logo on it. I like the sort of carbon effect, but the first thing I noticed when I took this out of the packet is actually I was very surprised. This does feel like a good quality product. You know, it's quite heavy. The material is very thick. I have no doubt that that's waterproof, to be honest with you, but we will test this. But yeah, this is a big, heavy-duty dry bag. Things that matter, you know, to me at least, is I can see that all the clips and, you know, everything just feels like it's quality, and, you know, it's all double stitched, and, you know, I've been pulling this thing around and, you know, this is a hardy thing. So let's take a better look at this bag then. So like I say, this is a very large 66-litre dry bag. It's made of a really thick PVC material. You can see inside here, this stuff is thick. You can almost see it. Everything is double stitched. It does have a zip across the top. And you'll notice that when you close that zip, there's a covering, a waterproof covering that runs along the edge. And it's very well made. That doesn't seem to get caught at all when I'm moving the zip, which is quite surprising. But I have no doubt that this thing is properly waterproof. So it does come with some straps. It's got plenty of clips and buckles. And like I say, they do feel really, you know, this is strong, thick plastic. I'm guessing that because this thing, you know, it holds 66 litres, so, you know, you're going to get a fair bit of weight in there. So these straps, they do need to be strong, because that is the weak point of the bag, really. So, on the base of the bag, we have this padded area. You know, it's a nice grippy texture on there, so that's going to sit nicely on the bike. It does have some branding on it. Nice CNC dry pack, that looks fine, no problem at all. And this really nice sort of carbon effect finish as well. There's a feature on this bag that I haven't seen on any other dry bags, and certainly not at this price point either. This bag has an air release system built into it. So once you fill it up with your stuff, you can open the valve, squeeze all the air out and get this pack as small as possible. So we'll try that out in a minute, but that seems like a really good idea. It's one of those things that once you see that, it seems like a bit of a no-brainer. And it also looks like we got some reflective points on the bag as well. Inside the bag, there's a... Here we go, I can pull that out. So inside the bag there is a pouch here. I would suggest probably you could store documents or something inside there, with again another waterproof zip. And that also again has another waterproof membrane inside, so I think you could be quite confident in putting your paperwork and documents in there when you're travelling. I think that's going to be fine. Again, I will put this to a harsh test and we'll find out. The straps that come for attaching the bag to the bike are very similar to another really well-known brand, and I know it to work really well. It's simple, it's effective, it's going to clip on and off nice and easy. So let's get those straps, and I'll put some stuff in the bag so it's easy to show you, and we'll get the bag loaded up on the bike. Now, I've never done this before. I have just taken this out to pack it, so you know, it is a true review and test, and we'll see how simple this really is. Right, so I'm going to put some stuff inside the bag. Something else worth noting on this bag is that the bag has a really wide, long opening here. So putting larger things in there, like tents and sleeping bags, is not going to be a problem. I've had road top bags that are longer and they just open at the top, and then your stuff goes down inside. But what I found is that larger items just don't go in that gap. So having that open all the way is going to make life a lot easier. So I just put a black bag of clothes in there to demonstrate this, but it's just absolutely dwarfed that black bag, so I'm going to need some more. Okay, so I've now packed this full of clothes and towels and anything else I can find. And there's still plenty more room in there. Now, it's worth noting that I had side panniers on my last bike that were fixed to all the scaffolding and everything on the side of the bike. And I believe they were about 35 litres each, something like that. So for all of that extra weight and scaffolding and, you know, quite a large expense, I think I spent about £1,200 on those. This carries the same amount, they're about 66 litres, and I'll check on the website in a minute, but I believe this bag's on sale as well at the minute, so I want to get the price right for you, but it's considerably cheaper. So this bag, holding 66 litres of space, is currently on the NICECNC website at £43.20. That's some saving, isn't it? You know, I spent over £1,000 more on my last hard set of luggage, and you know, that's a good trip around Europe, isn't it, carrying the same stuff. Definitely worth thinking about. Right, so we filled the bag full of clothes, done the zip up. So we also now have the roll top option, so I'm going to give that a couple of twists. And on each end of the bag there is a clip and a strap to pull it down tight. So nice and simple. Clip it in, pull it tight. So this is where this air valve comes in. So we're going to open that valve. Yep, I can hear all the air squeezing out. And then seal it shut. Good. Okay, so this bag does have carry handles on the top, which is convenient when you get to your hotel room. You're just going to unclip that and take it with you. So I'm just going to strap these up out of the way a minute. Right, okay, let's have a look at these straps then and see how this fits on the bike. So this bag does come with a padded shoulder strap. Again, nice carbon effect, very nice too. Couple of good strong clips there with a metal fastener bit there as well. Very good. Now, clearly this is a universal product, so you can use this on lots of different bikes, and how you attach it to your bike and how you orientate it and stuff, that's entirely up to you. And, you know, depends on which bike you have and whether you have a pillion on and stuff, you know. You could put that on your rack that way. You could put it onto your pillion seat and then have more stuff here if you had a top box. And for me, keep the profile of the bike nice and thin. I would probably mount mine like that, as I don't carry a pillion, so that would suit me just fine. Good, okay, so we can see that we have these buckles here left over, so I'm going to use these and I'm going to attach it to my crash bars on the side of the bike. But you could use a pillion bar, you know, there's so many options. Like I say, it is a universal product, so you'll figure out what works best for you. Okay, so you probably would have seen this simple system before, so I'm just going to wrap that through here, around my crash bar. Pull it through the loop on the end, through itself, look. And then I'm going to clip that onto the bag. I'm going to do my second one in exactly the same way. Run that straight through there. Pull the strap through itself. And then clip that onto the bag. We'll just have it on loose for a minute. I'll attach all four and then we'll tidy up these straps. But once you've done this for your bike, whenever you get to your hotel or whatever, you're just going to unclip these and take the bag away, so you won't need to make any adjustments each time. So same again, coming around this side. I'm just going to poke that through there. Pull the strap through itself, clip into the bag. Couldn't be easier. I like simple. Same thing again, I'm going through the rack this time on mine. Pull it through the loop, connect it to the bag. Now, I'm going to pull them all down nice and tight. On the end of these, obviously you end up with flappy bits around here, the excess. And what they've done is they have a bit of Velcro there. So we're going to undo that Velcro and then roll this up. Fold the Velcro back round. Look at that. Ideal. Do that all round. And we can see here on these side straps they provided an elasticated piece there to take care of any slack left over. Good, now that you have this sorted, you're not going to muck around with this each time because obviously these fitments are going to be right, so you can just unclip it when you get to the hotel. It's great. Or campsite, of course, if you're roughing it. Okay, good. I'm happy with that. Question is it any good? The NICECNC Dry Pack waterproof 66 litre bag. Is it? Let's see. This might be a bit harsh. Let's get right in there on that zip. This is probably a bit of a harsh test. I'm sure it's not designed to take this. Right then, let's open it up and see if anything is still dry inside. Well, I promise you everything is bone dry inside the bag. I'm very impressed. I would put my stuff in that and feel very confident about it. It's going to be fine. With that black bag, no water on it, 100% dry. NICECNC, you did a nice job. Well done. 43 quid is amazing. I should point out that this is currently on their website at £43.20, but it is on sale. I believe its full price is about £56. So get online and get yourself one quick. It's an absolute bargain. I'll make sure some links are left below for you. And yeah, I 100% recommend that product at that price point. Like I say, if you can show me something better, let me know in the comments and I'll find it and I'll review it.